This is definitely the kind of stuff that some people's dreams are made out of. And I guess I'm one of those people. Well, good morning from New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been spending a few days over here in this pretty city, and let me tell you, it is a really interesting place. But the thing is, New Orleans is also home to one of the very best buffets in the United States of America, the Court of Two Sisters. It's a Creole-focused buffet that's supposed to do a really great brunch. And I've got my reservation, and it's actually in like 20 minutes, so let's go walk over there. The buffet is just down this way on Royal Street. And let me tell you, this part of New Orleans is really a pleasure to walk around in. And I've tracked it down. It looks like the front is pretty unassuming. Of course, it says Court of the Two Sisters, but I've been told it's the inner courtyard where all of the fun happens. Here it is. Hey, how y'all doing today? All right, cool, thank you. And it looks like you check in here with your reservation, and then there's another greeting table.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. You guys have reservations?
Yeah, we do.
What time was it for?
9:30.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Merle, you can follow me.
All right, thank you. I can already see the buffet over there. Wow.
Morning.
Hey, how you doing? David,
All
pleasure to meet you.
Merle.
All right.
First time dining with us?
Yes, sir. I've heard you have a good buffet.
Yes, you do. So everything is self-service at the moment.
All right.
Hot side, cold side.
I got you.
80 different items to choose from.
All right.
Omelet station will be right there in the front. You guys got different omelets, egg benedicts.
All right.
Besides water, would y'all care for anything else to drink?
I'd like a coffee, please.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Two coffee. All right.
All right.
I'll go ahead and get started.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And I gotta say, this spot is a little bit reminiscent of the Grand Buffet in Narbonne, France. The best buffet in the world. If you haven't seen my video about it, definitely watch that. But the thing is, in France, they did not have live jazz music, and they did not have Creole food. So let's take a look at this buffet. Vegetables medley, rice, red beans. This town lives on red beans and rice, grits, stewed okra, tomatoes, and some andouille sausage with bacon. And after that, it takes you over to the salad bar, which features hundreds and hundreds of boiled shrimp and so many small things. I don't know, crawfish pasta, 3-bean salad, pepper jack cheese, pineapple, mild cheddar, marinated beet salad, curry chicken, tuna salad, grape jelly, Swiss cheese. I think it's cheese, just says Swiss. Black olives, salad greens, and tomatoes. And I'm going a little out of order here because dessert's supposed to be last, right? But the desserts are right here. They've got brownies, Oreo cookie cake, lemon cake. That looks like pecan pie. Yes, please. I'm gonna be eating all that stuff later. And then when you get over to the hot bar, there are two other desserts. Bananas Foster, very famous New Orleans dessert, and bread pudding. But the rest of the stuff here is all that Creole goodness. Cajun jambalaya, andouille sausage and bacon, again, hash browns. And by the way, at breakfast time, when it's closer to breakfast time, they have slightly different dishes than what you'll find after 11:30. So this is the before 11:30 stuff that I'm showing you. They got quiche, buttermilk biscuits, yes please, glazed sweet potatoes, garlic potatoes, corn mac, French word, cream spinach, grits, you just gotta have grits, grillade, maybe you put those on your grits, red beans, chicken and andouille gumbo, yes please, and rice. Rice goes in the gumbo, by the way, always in the gumbo. And they got turtle soup, a New Orleans classic. And the last thing, some hand-cut ham. Plus they do omelets to order, so I think I might start there. Hey, good, how you doing, sir?
Would you like an omelet or egg benedict?
I would like an omelet with the, y'all doing crawfish omelet here, or?
Excuse me?
What kind of seafood omelet do you do?
Seafood orleans and shrimp crab meat, breadcrumbs, and white wine.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll do that one, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And while I wait for that omelet, I'm gonna just grab some of this turtle soup because I know I gotta try this. All right, thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
Wow, wonderful.
Yes, sir. Enjoy.
So my first round of eating over here is gonna include this massive omelet with a bunch of different stuff, including seafood filling. This is one of the biggest omelets like I've ever seen in my life. But the very first thing I've just gotta try is this turtle soup. My understanding is that most people would eat this soup with sherry inside of it. I don't want the sherry part. I want the rest of the part. And historically, my understanding is that this soup used to be made with turtle meat. It's not made with turtle meat anymore. It's good. Got the tomato in there, meat flavor. And it's made with a roux. Thank you. Ah, cool. Coffee. Appreciate it.
No problem. I want it to get cold on you.
Most people eat this with the sherry inside, right?
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay.
That's the best way to do it.
I'm doing it without, but
Without?
yeah. You would recommend like a tiny bit or something?
Yeah, just a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
You don't need too much.
Okay, okay, for
Can you
flavor.
try anything else at the moment?
That'll be it. I think
Y'all
so.
enjoy.
Thanks. So I guess you're really supposed to eat it with sherry inside, but I'm just not feeling sherry. It's still really a good soup. And I got a little bit of greens here, a little bit of ham too, some shrimp, and there's some beets under the greens. Here they make a point of telling you that the shrimp are from the United States of America, which is a thing because most of the shrimp that you can get in the US now are imported actually. And apparently shrimp yields in the Gulf, in the Caribbean area, have really been going down in the past few years. So it's really nice to see that they have domestic shrimp available at this buffet. And to each their own, but for me, shrimp needs some of that. Horseradish and ketchup. And of course, like most buffets, the drinks are not included. So I just have a little coffee here because it's not even 10 a.m. yet. It's a pretty decent cup of coffee. It's definitely better with some cream in it though. And this ham was from the carving station. They cut it for you. It's good, sweet. Of course, there's also a ton of salt in there, but it's got that sweet glaze on the outside. Now, most of the salad section look really nice, especially these shrimp. But I do have to say, these beets are definitely from a can. And if I'm not mistaken, they look like a few of the other things that they have in that salad bar also from like a can, particularly those beans. And I mean the size of this omelet. I already said it, but it's just really big. Seafood, shrimp. Oh, that's tasty. I mean, there's just everything in the whole kitchen sink in here. So far the quality, a little bit hit or miss, but some of the food is really good here. And I mean, Creole food in a buffet is, well, there's not that many places doing that, so I'm pretty happy about it. And as it turned out, I even happened to be sitting right next to someone from one of the world's most famous food cities in France. Vous parlez français?
Oui.
Vous êtes de Lyon, j'ai écouté.
Oui, de Lyon.
Ah, ça va ça? C'est la vie de manger.
Ah oui, de la gastronomie.
Oui, oui, c'est ça. UNESCO.
Protégée par UNESCO.
Mais vous mangé à les grands buffets? Narbonne?
À Berlin?
Non, Narbonne. France.
Narbonne?
Oui.
Non.
Ah, ok.
Pas encore.
C'est le buffet plus bon du monde.
Ouais.
J'ai mangé ça, c'est bon aussi, mais c'est pas de créole. Différent.
Il y a au grand buffet, il y a du homard, il y a des huîtres, oysters.
Oui, caviar.
Caviar.
Tout.
Wine.
Ici, c'est devant, ici, ou non?
Ici,
Il n'y en a pas devant.
Non, ici non.
Ah, je pensais que oui. We'll talk more about drinks later.
C'est jambon, épinard en France.
Ah oui, c'est nourriture du sud des États-Unis.
C'est classique.
C'est classique, oui, c'est ça. Ok, enjoy.
Ouais.
And the crowd is really eclectic over here. It seems like you got people from just about everywhere. So I guess this place really has made a name for itself. And I am seated outdoors, but there's also an indoor seating section. And what's really cool is they have an entire separate band, indoors and outdoors. So it's really good to see businesses employing musicians. It's also really cool because you could go indoors and hear a different tune being played here than what would be being played over there. But it's definitely time for round two. You can only do so much talking when you're sitting right near this buffet. So it's time for some hot food. So here we are, round two. This time I got some jambalaya, cream spinach, some stuff over grits that looks good. I think it's pork, red beans, a biscuit. And it's not seafood gumbo, and I don't think it has okra in it either, but it is gumbo. So I got a little cup of gumbo. That's actually a really good gumbo. It's not overly salty like it usually would be. Chicken and sausage. Jambalaya rice. Pretty good, pretty tasty. It's a very balanced jambalaya as well, to be honest. A lot of the times that Creole food that I've tried be made from that mix, be too salty. This is perfect. Let's check out this cream spinach though. This is good. Somehow dairy products and greens are just friends. And grits. What to say about grits? A southern staple that everybody likes. Or that I think everybody should like. Grits with a little bit of pork now. Really tasty. I'm eating everything with my salad spoon because I'm not the most proper of eaters. So sorry, not sorry. Let's try these red beans with a little bit of ham in them. Tastes just about like what I think red beans should taste like. Very good. So far this is definitely turning out to be the absolute best buffet experience I've ever had in the United States of America. But I've got at least 2 more rounds of eating left of me, so let's go see what else I can find to eat here. But I'm definitely not ruling out eating some savory stuff later. But I've got a full cup of coffee over there and a little bit of a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna switch over and try some of these southern delights over here. I tried to take the Oreo cake, it fell apart a little bit. That's okay, tastes the same. And I think some bananas Foster. I couldn't have a dessert plate without some bananas Foster. Let's see how they do it here. Let's be honest, this ain't the most beautiful presentation, but pecan pie, Oreo cake, bananas Foster. This is definitely the kind of stuff that some people's dreams are made out of. And I guess I'm one of those people. So, got some bananas Foster with a little bit of ice cream on there. This is standard. A little bit of the Oreo cake seems to have brushed onto it too, but oh well. Oh, it's good. The banana's properly cooked. Nice taste in that sauce, like some kind of alcohol in there. I forget what it is. I think brandy maybe. And the ice cream makes it a little bit sweeter, but it's good. And not just any southern pecan pie, but New Orleans pecan pie. That is really sweet. It has a pretty heavy pecan flavor, pecan pie. Pretty tasty. And this Oreo cake is just like straight falling apart, but it looks like it might taste good still. Let's see. This is okay. Not my favorite thing. Very buttery, but somehow the consistency is just, you see how it's kind of like not sticking together? That's kind of how it tastes too. The icing's pretty decent though. And by the way, I'm just drinking coffee and of course some ice water. But they do have alcoholic beverages. Lots of different wines by the glass. And on the other side of the menu, classic New Orleans and craft cocktails. So, whether you're looking to drink some alcohol or not, this place has got drinks for you. But I'm thinking I've got a 4th trip left in me to the buffet, so I'm gonna go see what else I haven't tried here and just make a little plate of all of that. And before I make my way over to that 4th round of eating, I just noticed this interesting little fact sheet thing about Court of Two Sisters. The present structure, 3 stories and an attic, was erected in 1832. So it's a pretty old building over here. Before this was the site occupied by Sieur Etienne de Perrier, governor of the French colonial period. He succeeded Bienville, Governor General, founder of New Orleans. Of particular interest and charm is the picturesque courtyard, the most spacious patio in the historic center of the old French Quarter, so where I'm eating. And then it goes on to say it was this courtyard that some of the famous quadroon balls were held, and it was under the famed willow tree here that the pirate Lafitte is said to have slain 3 men in 3 separate duels one night. What is this place? I don't know. I think I kind of like how it is right now today more than the historical part, but it is very interesting that this building's been here for, yeah, well over 100 years. And I totally missed it when I was coming in, but there's actually another dining room right here in the front part. It doesn't seem to be in use right now today, but I guess it's in use sometimes. And there's actually another dining room up on the 2nd floor here that apparently is not in operation at the moment, but I'm actually just here to use the restroom. So I'll see you all over the buffet. And round 4 has showed me a new side of this buffet. If you're a vegan or a vegetarian, God forbid, no, I'm just kidding, you do you. There's like a fair amount of options for both vegans and vegetarians here, including okra with tomatoes and this little vegetable bake thing, I don't even know, or boiled, I don't even know what it is. It does taste like this one was a little bit frozen. And the okra is a little undercooked in my opinion, but it's still pretty tasty. Hey y'all, I know that I said I would only do 4 rounds here, but the thing is, I've been sitting here for 2 hours, which means it's 11:30, and they brought out some new dishes. So I'm going to be doing an extra bonus 5th round just to see what else you can eat at this brunch. And after that, you'll have seen every single dish that they serve at this brunch, both before 11:30 and after 11:30. So let's see what they got. Looks like this first section stays the same before and after 11:30. And there's still shrimp all the time, but there is some kind of new strawberry cake. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Is that a
I don't
strawberry?
think the signs are true to what it is. That looks like the lemon cake.
That's the lemon cake,
I don't know
yeah.
what that is.
That looks like a coconut cream cake if I had to
maybe
guess.
that's what that
Maybe.
is.
So a few of the desserts change. Well, in fact, they basically just add some kind of coconut cream pie or cake and a strawberry cake. But on the other side here, they got fried catfish now. When you're down here, fried catfish is a must. And they've also added shrimp etouffee and shrimp pasta. And paella. And it looks like I'm just coming right now, right when they're changing all the labels, because this still says quiche. But it looks like some kind of meat and then some kind of barbecue pork ribs over here. And as I stare a little bit longer, I've realized that this is the French dish, duck à l'orange. Duck with orange. Just grab one of those ribs and I'll be out of the way. Oh, and some ribs. So as it seems, the big difference is that there are a few more meat dishes and a few of the more breakfast-like dishes have been taken away. But that 5th round turned out pretty serious. That Creole batter that they used to fry catfish in is just really good. Shrimp etouffee is just a classic. And then though the duck was a little bit more on the chewy side than I would have liked, the taste of orange and duck together is always nice. But that rib was probably what knocked me out of the fight, although I have to say at that point I was pretty much in food coma. Was there a round 6? I'll never really know, but these videos I found on my camera do look like proof. How you doing? Could we get the check? We ate everything.
Glad y'all enjoyed everything.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you. But I just got the bill, and you probably have been wondering how much this cost. Well, I'm sitting here eating with my wife, so there's 2 of us. And the total, if you pay with the card, is $82.50. But if you happen to have the cash on you, you can save about $3 by paying with cash, and then it would be $79.52. But to simplify the whole ordeal for you, it's $36 plus taxes and a tip to eat at the buffet here. And in my opinion, if you're coming here hungry, that's a pretty damn good deal to eat 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe 6 hour brunch. And on top of it being a really solid deal, especially for eating somewhere in the United States, which just happens to be one of the most expensive countries to eat out in these days, the service here is really phenomenal. And it's like, there's probably like 100 people working at this place right now. It's a big operation. Thank you, man.
I want to say thank you guys.
Thanks so much.
Great evening.
Yeah, you too. So in the end, with tip and all, it came out to $96.90 for 2 people to eat here. And I was actually wrong about the coffee. They didn't even charge me for that. So service was great, food was great. This was really one of the best dining experiences I've ever had in the United States of America. And I really hope you enjoyed checking it out with me. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, share it with all of your friends that might be interested in this place, and subscribe to my channel for many more travel videos. I'll catch you all in the next one.